Hi there.
Hey everybody.
I'm Roxane Webster.
And I'm Keith Alba.
We're the owners and the partners of my home team at Keller Williams, and guess what this is?
It is the Honest Hour. Yeah, that's right. We're back at it today.
In a no-spin environment, talking about matters related to real estate and real estate adjacent. There's so much to talk about right now, but what are we talking about today, Keith?
I really want to release this on a Friday so that we can call this a Facepalm Friday video, you know, Honest Hour sort of a thing. So everybody's aware we've done videos on the NAR and big brokerage lawsuits settlement that is still pending there, and so then, you know,
is it possible?
We're trying to figure out what this post-settlement agreement world is going to look like for us, and then a company that shall remain nameless comes out with a really good plan here. They shall remain nameless, but they're spelled Zillow. And Zillow... It rhymes with Zillow.
It rhymes with Zillow, right?
Yeah. So Zillow is fantastic at their syndication, right? They've got the major market share in that world. They've got a bunch of eyeballs. And they should just stick to doing that, right? They failed at the Zestimates. Their own founder's Zestimate was off by like 40% to the negative there. So, yeah, not so good on that one.
How about their iBuyer program?
Oh, that was a big hit. Yeah. I still don't know. I don't know how many millions they ended up losing on that, or if they'll ever disclose it. But yeah, they got hammered there. So why wouldn't they venture into another area of real estate, right?
That they don't understand and don't know how to perform properly. Right.
They recently came out with this, oh, hey, we really want to be friends of the consumer and the real estate industry, and so we're going to help solve this problem. There is no problem.
There is no problem.
That's the problem. And then they put this false narrative out there, you know, why should a broker and a consumer have to enter into this buyer agency agreement for so long?
Right. Not true.
It's not true. It's not even, you can put it for a day.
And then what do they do?
Limit it for a weekend. I mean, all those agency agreements are there. But yeah, so they paint this nasty picture, say, oh, it's such a terrible industry, and they're taking advantage of buyers by making them get into these long-term contracts. They don't know the agent, they don't know their skills, they don't know. So they come out with this toilet paper.
One-page document that they cleverly at the top made look like a contract or an agreement. But there's just so many places to start. First of all, this violates, in Colorado, there are how many forms?
Well, there's a chapter that talks about the forms that we can use, and there's 7 different buckets that those forms would fall into.
There are 7 different ways that we can comply with Colorado law, get you legally into a property. We can do that on a very limited basis for a single property, for a single day, for a single week. You could do that with a guy will work for showings on the side of the street and have no more liability than whatever.
Yeah, it's just garbage. So they came up with this touring agreement. It's a non-binding agreement that just says, hey, as a broker, we're going to work together for 7 days. It automatically terminates after 7 days, but there's no exclusivity to it or anything, which is fine. But guess what? We've already got that part in Colorado, right? It's called transaction brokerage.
That's right.
And we can enter into a transaction brokerage relationship by simply giving the client what's called a brokerage disclosure to the buyer.
Yeah.
Right? There's no commitment.
Fee.
There's no fee that's a part of it. There's just
no
like,
obligation.
Hey, we can test drive this relationship and see if it works. So we've already got that. The rule says if we've got a form that's appropriate for use, then we're obligated to use that. So any agent that's putting this in front of you is already one violating commission real estate law.
Colorado law, yeah.
And as Rox said, there's 7 different buckets that we can pull from for our forms. It's things like the state approved forms or attorney drafted forms, client provided forms, letters of intents, Colorado Bar Association forms, those sorts of things.
Anything. Yeah. But this, there is not an 8th bucket.
Yeah.
There's no 8th bucket except the garbage bucket. Where's the garbage bucket?
Yeah. So it got this nice disclaimer at the bottom. Zillow Inc. makes no representations as to the legal validity or adequacy of any provision of this form in any specific transaction.